Some men just seem to make the right choices.
This cough medicine lasted about 4 hours. Not long enough. And this cough medicine lasted about 6 hours. Not long enough.
But this cough medicine...
What's this cough medicine?
Introducing 12-hour Delsym. Only Delsym has a patented timed-release formula that lasts up to 12 hours for hours more relief than regular cough medicines. Each dose helps you work all day and sleep all night.
Now that's long enough.
12-hour timed-release Delsym for hours more cough relief.
On the Disney Sunday movie.
Cambodians coming to live with us in our house?
I was a slave.
Until they had the courage to care for the girl who spelled freedom.
Lady's a little angel. Tramp's full of the devil. Put them together and it spells laughter, adventure, surprises, and love. In Walt Disney's classic Lady and the Tramp. Rated G. Starts Friday at a theater near you. Check newspapers.
Welcome the holidays with Bacardi Tropical Fruit Mixers. Luscious blends of tropical fruit, fresh frozen so they make simply for you, perfectly with friends. Bacardi Tropical Fruit Mixers. Perfectly simple, simply perfect.
The JCPenney last-minute sale.
'Tis the week before Christmas.
You haven't bought a thing. 10 cousins waiting. 9 presents missing.
Save on all better watches.
8 ideas lacking.
Women's robes at terrific prices.
7 boxes empty.
And Stafford Oxford dress shirts.
Wide sale now too. So don't despair. We'll help you. We're open late. And everything you see is on sale. JCPenney.
Thursday on the Colbys, the seduction,
You're not going.
the temptation,
You're beautiful.
the sacrifice.
Concentrate on us.
Enter the world of the Colbys.
Tomorrow.
Hotel will continue in a moment.
Inside the Washington scandal, secret moves, secret men. Now the story is becoming clear, and ABC News will tell it. A foreign policy of decoys, deception, and disinformation. Watch a special edition of 2020 with Ted Koppel, and later an expanded Nightline, Thursday.
From Channel 6, this is an Action News Brief with Jim Gardner.
Good evening. A Philadelphia police officer is injured by a speeding car amid a hail of bullets tonight in South Philadelphia. The full story at 11. American gun runner Eugene Hassenfuss is on his way back to the U.S. after being freed from a Nicaraguan jail. Tonight, Marc Howard has a special report on the hot seller this Christmas, war toys. They're turning Christmas into a battlefield. And Don Polec reports on a woman whose Christmas spirit even extends to her bathtub. We'll tell you about a controversial pill for abortions on Action News at 11.
Yeah, I know. Susan tried to get me to shop in another store. But when I think of the prices I get at ACME, the variety of fresh fruit and vegetables, and the way they treat me, I wouldn't think of shopping anywhere else. I don't know why anyone would.
This week at Acme, Cook's bone-in ham is $1.19 a pound for the shank, $1.39 for the rump. California navel oranges are $10 for $1.99. 64-ounce Musselman's apple juice is $1.39. And 20% off all ice cream novelties Thursday through Saturday at Acme.
The all-new 1987 Bonneville. See it now at your Pontiac Pace Centers.
Bo Svensson in Snowbeast tonight after Viewpoint.
Carter's wife? Oh,
Need help?
yeah, and I've got 10 minutes to get to the radio station.
Ah, here's the problem.
Stetson cologne, easy to wear, hard to resist.
And for that great-smelling guy who started my car, I get off at 6.
To Sally and Janet and Donna and Trisha, I'm gonna get you a Kodak disc. Win your heart, get a kiss, catch the fun. Just like this, I'm gonna get you a Kodak disc.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
In the tradition of Christmas past,
Zales brings you the Christmas present. Gifts of gold. Stylish 14-karat gold chains now 50% off at Zales. Nothing else feels like real gold. These chains at $199, bracelets at $99. A stylish selection for the style in your life. Buy now and pay nothing until April '87 at Zales.
Do some of this, do some of that, a little bit of this and a whole lot of that. Give your date a pat, give your mate a pat. Give them all a little pat of butter. Taste some of this, taste some of that. They'll like this, they'll love that. Give yourself a pat, give a friend a pat. Give them all a little pat of butter.
Serve them the best. Pure, fresh, natural dairy butter. It has the same calories as most other spreads, just 36 per pat. How about that?
Have some of this, have some of that. Give them all a little pat of butter. Give them all a little pat of butter.
She grew out of medium. She grew out of large. No diaper would fit the incredible growing baby. But wait. It's Kleenex Huggies diapers in new extra large size. New extra large Huggies are wider, longer, and more absorbent to fit bigger babies better, so they help stop leaking. New extra large size Huggies fit better to help make incredible growing babies incredibly happy.
The Los Angeles Rams running into an NFC West title showdown. The San Francisco 49ers hope to steal the championship. It's an NFL Friday night special.
Saturday.
I forgot the mistletoe.
Spenser's Christmas spirit just ran out. Can he protect the targets?
You want to set yourself up?
There is no other way.
Nervy lady, being the cheese that bakes the trap.
Someone's following me.
Spenser.
Saturday.
Hello. In the spirit of the season, Ed has written his yearly Christmas poem. For your continued support, though it sounds like a platitude, Frank and I send you our most sincere gratitude. So as you gather around your Christmas tree, you have the very best wishes from Frank and me. Personally, I'm not quite sure what a platitude is, but if Ed said it, I'm sure he means it. Please enjoy the Bartles Jaymes Premium Wine Cooler and have a nice holiday.
Because the Black & Decker Flame Buster fire extinguisher is easy to use and works instantly, it can turn a fire into a mere flash in the pan. The Flame Buster. Black & Decker. Ideas at work.
Pamper. Naté. Luxuriate. Naté. Indulge. Naté. Live. Naté. Give. Naté.
Inside the Washington scandal, secret moves, secret men. Now the story is becoming clear, and ABC News will tell it. Thursday on a special edition of 2020 with Ted Koppel.
Sunday. The mystery of the deep.
We found the assassin! We found the gold!
But someone has to pay. Brooke Shields. Burgess Meredith. Trouble in Paradise. Wet Gold.
Sunday.
Next on Hotel.
I don't want to leave you and Dad. Josh is sick. What? He has some terrible blood disease.
I hate not being Josh's father.
I love you. We have a wonderful life. I don't want to die.
Just tell me I mean something to you. Give me that much to take home.
You've already taken my heart, Miss Broom.
I hired an escort, not a gigolo. You paid him to lie to me.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later tonight, ABC News Viewpoint. Is the Washington press corps after the facts or after the president? I'll be joined by the 3 White House correspondents for the major television networks.
Saturday, Karate's top kicker goes undercover to clean up the neighborhood on Sidekicks. Then, are you looking for a hot date? Well, step out with Mr. Excitement, Sledgehammer, followed by Heart of the City.
It is the season, but not to drink and drive. Make it a safe holiday.
It's the season when we Colbys step outside this fantasy world.
And wish you one far richer.
Filled with love.
Filled with joy. And with peace.
Happy holidays.
Hello, I'm Jim Gardner for Action News. A Philadelphia police officer is lucky to be alive tonight after being hit by a car in a hail of gunfire. Marc Howard has a special report on war toys. They are the hottest sellers of the holiday season, but what are they doing to the kids who get them? And Don Polec pays a visit to the Christmas tree capital of the Delaware Valley. The man who has the right stuff says the flight of the Voyager doesn't. That and AccuWeather on Action News next.
Time takes you beyond the news.
Time flies, and you are there. Time cries and lets you care. You understand the world we share.
This week in Time, Neil Simon still cleaning up on Broadway, while the Iran-Contra scandal gets messier, plus a fond farewell to Carrie.
Read time and understand.
This year, McDonald's invites you and your family to spend the holidays with someone very special. Presenting Fievel, the adorable star of the new animated movie, An American Tale. And Fievel can be yours in each of 4 colorful storybooks when you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal. You can get a different book each week, or you can collect all 4 of these beautiful holiday stockings. Get one free when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates. Because everyone wants Fievel to be their holiday friend.
You do too?
Coco's coming. Was that aroma in the lamp dress? You don't mean it, Coco. Hurry, we'll miss the opening line there.
Mama, it's Coco.
We must have lunch. Oh, thank you. Coco. Larry, baby.
Coco! Now that's what I call a breathtaking woman. I'd give anything for another whiff of Coco.
Bob Mackie, Holiday Fashions, 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Don Tollefson, Dave Roberts, and Jim Gardner.
Wednesday night, we'll find out tomorrow whether nude sunbathers can continue to use this stretch of New Jersey beach at its opening night for a holiday ballet tradition in Center City, Philadelphia. But the big story in Action News tonight is a Philadelphia police officer injured but lucky to be alive after a wild night in South Philadelphia. Action News reporter Karen Friedman tells the story.
6:30 tonight, 9th and Moore Streets in South Philadelphia. At high speed, police officers start chasing 3 people in this stolen gray Buick Riviera. Moments later here at 9th and Wharton, another police squad joins the chase. Officer James Long jumps out into the street and tries to stop the suspects, but the driver reportedly accelerates, hitting Long, throwing him over the hood of the car, and then takes off down 9th Street that way. Police open fire, and the suspects end up here, 9th and Ellsworth, 2 blocks away. Both passengers jump out and are arrested on the spot, but the driver gets away. Meanwhile, Officer Long is rushed to Hahnemann Hospital. Miraculously, doctors tell me, he only has bruises to the right leg.
I would certainly say that he's a very lucky man. As it turns out, apparently, when he was struck, the car was just starting to move. He accelerated after the gentleman was on top of the car. If he had been hit when the car was moving, he certainly would have, incurred a more serious injury.
Within the hour, the 41-year-old officer was released from the hospital. As he recovers at home, his fellow officers will look for the driver who could have killed him. I'm Karen Friedman, Channel 6 Action News in South Philadelphia.
It may be a miracle, but there are no serious injuries after a multi-car pileup on Kelly Drive tonight in Philadelphia. 2 cars plowed into each other near the Strawberry Mansion Bridge, and despite the twisted wreckage, police say there are only 2 minor injuries. Police are looking for a 3rd car that may have been racing with another vehicle and left the scene after the crash. American mercenary Eugene Hasenfuss is a free man tonight. Nicaragua's President Daniel Ortega pardoned Hasenfuss late today from the 30-year prison term he received after being shot down on an airborne mission to aid the rebels fighting Ortega's government.
Today has been a day of great surprise.
Este ha sido un día de grandes sorpresas para mí.
A day that I will surely remember in my heart for forever.
Hasenfuss was released into the custody of Connecticut Senator Christopher Dodd, who had been negotiating for his release. They are now in Guatemala, but before they left, Hasenfuss's wife Sally thanked Ortega for freeing her husband in time for the birthday of their young son Adam tomorrow. At their Wisconsin home, the Hassenfuss kids are overjoyed.
I'm really happy because he's going to be home for Christmas.
Hassenfuss has said he would testify about his mission and how it relates to the Iran arms scandal. Today, the Senate Intelligence Committee heard from Defense Secretary Caspar Weinberger and Attorney General Edwin Meese. And the committee flatly rejected President Reagan's request for immunity for the two men at the center of the scandal, National Security Advisor John Poindexter and his second-in-command Oliver North. Meantime, the White House confirms that North told administration officials he had a plan to kidnap the relatives of Iranian officials and hold them in cages or crates as part of a scheme to win the freedom of American hostages in Lebanon. The White House says that even though North issued an order for such an operation, it was never carried out. One more note tonight. First Lady Nancy Reagan says the president is disappointed and feels betrayed because he was not told the truth about the Iran affair. Mrs. Reagan made those comments in an interview with wire service reporters. Amid all the Iran controversy comes word that the president will enter the hospital in 3 weeks for surgery on an enlarged prostate. Mr. Reagan will go to Bethesda Naval Hospital January 4th, and the next day will undergo what the White House calls routine surgery. Doctors say the enlarged prostate is blocking Mr. Reagan's urethra, causing mild but recurring discomfort. Doctors will perform what is called a transurethral resectioning, inserting this device into the urethra and unblocking it. It is not the first time the president has had the problem. He had the same operation back in 1967, just after being elected governor of California. Mr. Reagan will have a spinal anesthesia and will be awake during the procedure. After that, he should remain in the hospital 3 or 4 days, during which time doctors will also check for any recurrence of the president's colon cancer. One doctor says it's a discovery that could change society like the birth control pill did. This time, it is a pill that induces abortions. Doctors in France have developed the pill known generically as RU486. It works by blocking the hormone progesterone, without which the lining of the uterus breaks down, taking a fertilized egg with it. Researchers say the pill is 85% effective and is safer than surgical abortions. The pill could go into use next year in Europe, but it may be years before it's available in America, mainly because of mounting pressure from religious and right-to-life groups. Meantime, scientists from France and Africa have begun human testing of a substance that could fight the AIDS virus. The New York Times says the substance spurs the body to produce white blood cells that check the virus. None of the researchers involved in the project is commenting on the report tonight. Trevor Farrell's efforts to help the homeless will get a big boost tomorrow in Harrisburg. That's when Governor Dick Thornburg is scheduled to present the Gladwin youngster with a check for upwards of $65,000. The money, which will come out of a state program for the homeless, will be used for repairs on Trevor's shelter on Poplar Street in North Philadelphia. The shelter was forced to close 12 days ago because there was no money to fix building code violations. Tomorrow, with a check from the state, Trevor's place can get back into business. 7 people have been killed in Texas after fire swept through the ramshackle garage they were living in. It happened in Marshall, Texas. 5 of the 7 victims were children. Officials say members of 2 families were living in the rundown garage while their nearby home was being remodeled. With memories fresh of Monday's natural gas explosion in Orland, Montgomery County, firefighters took no chances today when a gas leak was reported in White Marsh Township. A dozen homes were evacuated as Philadelphia electric crews repaired the leak. PE says the gas leak calls are running 3 to 4 times higher than normal since Monday, the day 3 people were killed when their house exploded. A jury in Williamsport, Pennsylvania will enter its 4th day of deliberations tomorrow in the case of Bud Dwyer and Robert Asher. Dwyer, the state treasurer, and Asher, the former state Republican chairman, are charged with seeking bribes in exchange for a lucrative computer contract. In Detroit, the verdict is not guilty for former millionaire automaker John DeLorean. He had been cleared of charges that he embezzled $8 million from investors in a failed business venture. Back in 1984, DeLorean stood trial and was also found not guilty on drug charges. As for what's next, DeLorean says he will try to figure out how to make a living. A federal court jury in Las Vegas has found NBC guilty of defaming entertainer Wayne Newton and has awarded Newton $19 million in damages. The jury decided that NBC News knew that a series of reports in 1980 and 1981 linking Newton to organized crime were false, but aired them anyway in a deliberate attempt to damage the singer's reputation. NBC says it will appeal. Tomorrow, a New Jersey judge will decide whether bathers can continue to shed their clothes on a stretch of Cape May County Beach. Today, Superior Court Judge Anthony Gibson got a first-hand look at Higbee's Beach in Lower Township. He wanted to see how isolated it is from the view of others. Local officials are trying to ban nude sunbathing at Higby. These pictures were taken last summer. Supporters of nude sunbathing say the beach is actually state property, and the township has no right to order them to keep their clothes on. We'll find out tomorrow. Still to come on Action News tonight, the Sixers try to break a 3-game losing streak at the Spectrum. Scott Palmer has highlights, and Don Polec finds out why this woman, there she is, wants a Christmas tree in her bathtub. And Dave Roberts' AccuWeather when Action News continues tonight.
Here's your burger, and
sometimes breaks can give you a gentle hint that they need a little work.
Take it to Midas.
Over 4 million people have trusted their brakes to Midas. Good price, good guarantee. We won't break you.
Whoops.
Take it to Midas.
Whoops. Huh?
Take it to someone you trust.
I know I should be mature, Bobby. I mean, we just got engaged. But with you stationed overseas...
It's only 18 months.
Well, it's gonna be the longest year and a half of my life.
Saying goodbye is never easy, but with AT&T International Long Distance, it's easy to say hello. A 10-minute call to Japan can average just 95 cents a minute. Only AT&T keeps you this close anywhere in the world.
When all the dust has settled, the testing's completed, the review's written. The only real competition for this BMW are these BMWs.
Marshalls has the famous maker and designer clothing you want for less. 20 to 60% less than department store regular prices. Save on casual wear, sleepwear, shirts and blouses, fine quality giftware, accessories, and festive home fashions. Marshall. Call for the store nearest you.
This Christmas season has been accompanied by an emotional debate about war toys. Are they fun, or do they warp young minds into a dangerous pattern? Marc Howard has this special Action News report.
Toys are big business. Total sales this year will approach $10 billion. And fully 10% of that amount, nearly $1 billion worth of those toys, will be so-called action toys, war toys, guns, machine guns, pistols. Whatever you think about all of this, here's an interesting fact. This little character called G.I. Joe is the most popular toy in the United States. It's a little G.I. and, of course, all the toys that go with him. Vehicles, guns, jet airplanes. Obviously, the people who buy war toys believe them to be harmless.
It's just another toy, really.
You don't think it'll affect the boys growing up?
No, it's part of life.
But a growing number of people oppose these war toys. Mark Wilson is the father of these two children. They attend the Friends Daycare Center. War toys are not allowed in. Mark and his wife agree. They see a toy as much more than something to play with. They see toys as teaching tools that can teach good or bad.
And when my wife or I go out to buy toys, that's one of the things that we look at. What's the child going to gain from this? And not just is it going to keep them entertained, or is this something they would like to play with, but additionally, what is it that they're going to gain from this toy?
On the other hand, Penn professor Brian Sutton Smith, a child psychologist who recently authored a book about toys, says that toy guns are just playthings. And play, he says, is okay.
I just finished a survey of 20 playgrounds. It's play fighting all the time, but they hardly ever fight, really. And so whether you play with toy guns or you don't play with toy guns doesn't have much to do with anything.
Mark Wilson makes another point. Violent toys could lead to violent adults. Maybe. The professor disagrees.
We know very well that the most violent adults, certainly in the past, didn't have any such guns. The most violent adults generally come from the lower socioeconomic classes where they didn't have all the toys in the past, and so toys have nothing to do with it.
Finally, look at this. This is a real Smith & Wesson .38 caliber pistol. This is a $2.97 plastic look-alike. Not only does it look like a real gun, sounds like one as well. Everyone I talk to agrees that a gun that looks this real probably does not belong in the hands of any child. This might be a good toy to leave on the shelf. Marc Howard, Channel 6 Action News.
On a more pleasant note, here is a unique approach to Christmas caroling. The Center City Proprietors Association sent a tuneful trolley through the streets tonight as part of that group's Stay in Town for City Nights promotion. The motorized music makers hope their seasonal songs will entice people to buy their Christmas presents at Center City stores. This was the opening night scene at the Academy of Music tonight as the Pennsylvania Ballet presented the Nutcracker. The production now in its 18th year. The annual holiday extravaganza features more than 90 performers and as many as 100 children from the School of Pennsylvania Ballet. The Nutcracker runs daily through New Year's Eve, the ballet's Christmas present to the entire Delaware Valley.
Steve Wynn, and this is the brand new Golden Nugget. More beautiful and elegant than ever before. How are you? Hi. And now, in our TV commercials, no more jokes. Just class and dignity.
That's what I like about this place, class and dignity. Marvelous idea, yes.
Here's what's new. Our next guest is financial wizard. Show up.
He sent a note, but...
I ran to my Olds Connection dealer because the sales tax deduction of over $900 on the Oldsmobile Delta 88 ends December 31st.
Over $900? That's for me!
What? Our next guest is Hollywood star...
She's in a traffic jam at the Olds Connection showroom. What? The holiday lease program on the Delta 88s are packing them in.
Well, the new Delta 88s are the best news of the year.
As the holidays come around, it's nice to know that even if something breaks, it won't break you. If you shop with the American Express card, because until December 31st, we will extend the free repair period of the manufacturer's warranty. In fact, we'll double it, up to an extra year. Just in case the things you buy aren't all that they're cracked up to be. But be sure to register your purchases with Buyer's Assurance and use the American Express card.
It happened one Christmas. The touching story of a family and its guardian angel, starring Marlo Thomas.
I don't know who you think I am, but I got no kids. And anybody who brings up kids in this world has got to be crazy.
He's coming home, and everything's going to be just the way it was.
Why, Mary, you're worth more dead than alive.
Where did you have the money, Willie? Where is that money, you fool? Don't you understand? We're ruined.
Don't miss this special movie Saturday night.
At this hour, Philadelphia electric crews are trying to find the source of a blackout that has hit the areas of Germantown and Juniata Park. The power went out about 8 o'clock tonight in an area from Wissahickon Avenue to Wayne and from Roosevelt Boulevard to Mannheim Street. Home lights and street and traffic lights are all being affected. Scott Palmer here for Don Tollefson. The lights went out on the Sixers again tonight. What's the story?
When the team was playing well, Jim, we said maybe they're doing it with mirrors. I think the mirrors cracked, for sure. Last night, the Sixers had their first 3-game losing streak of the season. Tonight, they have their first 4-game losing streak. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a last-place ball club, but they played well enough to beat the Sixers at the Spectrum 110-107. Charles Barkley led the Sixers with 32. Charles on the break, and at one point in the first half, they were up by 15. But they let Cleveland back in the game. Remember Brad Daugherty? He is the 7-footer the Sixers passed up in the draft when they traded for Roy Hinson. Tonight, he had 29, including a first-half buzzer beater right here to make it a 3-point game at the half. The Sixers kept the lead thanks to Doc. Great move under the basket. Julius had 20. But talk about great moves. Here is the move of the night. Ronnie Harper with the steal. He must be watching Michael Jordan movies. Harper was the guy who really hurt the Sixers tonight. He tied the game with this howitzer. And then, when the Sixers threw it away late, Harper had the easy jam the other way. He had the last 6 points in the final 39 seconds. The Sixers can't get well tonight against a last-place team, and Naté isn't too happy.
We just have to go to work and try to
try to rectify as many of the problems as we can. The problem is there are so many, it's tough to know where to begin.
Next up for the Sixers is Boston. It doesn't get any easier. The Celtics are here on Friday, and tonight they beat the Indiana Pacers 113-101. A couple of other NBA scores. It was Detroit beating Utah 122-107, and Phoenix right there is losing to San Antonio 68-61 in the fourth quarter. The Pro Bowl voting is in, and two Eagles have made it, Reggie White and Mike Quick. This will be the first time for Reggie. He has had a great season up to now. Just last Sunday in Dallas, the Minister of Defense set a new team record for sacks. He'll start up front with the NFC along with Chicago's Steve McMichael and Dexter Manley of the Redskins. Quick did not make the first team. Mike was beat out this year by Jerry Rice of the 49ers and Washington's Gary Clark, but he will be up there as a backup. This will be Mike's fourth trip to the Pro Bowl. Tommy Kramer, by the way, is the NFC starting quarterback, while the Giants led the voting with 8 All-Pros. But for the first time in their history, the Cowboys do not have one single player on the team. More honors tonight for Joe Paterno. The Penn State coach won the Bear Bryant Award as college football's Coach of the Year. Joe beat out Miami's Jimmy Johnson. And on January 2nd, of course, those two men will be across the sidelines as Penn State plays Miami for the national championship. Just yesterday, he won the Sports Illustrated Award. This is going to be a year of awards for Joe Paz, they say.
Our big year for Joe. There is some concern tonight whether the Voyager will be able to accomplish its goal and fly around the world without stopping for gas. The plane's designer says the crew has had to make a lot of detours to avoid major storms, and that's depleted the fuel supply. It'll be, quote, nip and tuck whether Voyager will make aviation history. At last report, the aircraft has left Malaysia behind and is now over the Indian Ocean. The first pilot to break the sound barrier broke another record today. Chuck Yeager set a new speed record when he flew from California to North Carolina at almost 450 miles an hour. The 2,300-mile flight took just over 5 hours. Sounds like Tollefson's driving. He did it to commemorate the Wright brothers' historic flight here at Kitty Hawk. As for Voyager's record-breaking attempt, Yeager scoffed, calling that old technology. He said it's like driving a car from Los Angeles to New York and putting a big enough fuel tank in it so you don't have to stop. He said Voyager is hardly a breakthrough.
Let's group things together and put the wrapping and the decorations over here.
Our presents here.
Yo-yo!
Stocking stuffer.
Nice drop flag.
Uncle George.
Uncle George.
This week, Caldor has Telemania's Honey Bear telephone for $49.99. RCA's cable-ready stereo VCR, just $349, and Golden Book children's videos for only $9.46 each.
What's my present?
Happy holidays from Caldor.
I'm Marcy Sims. We want to thank you for making 1986 a most successful year.
As chairman of the company, and on behalf of all of us at Sims, we want to wish you and yours a happy Hanukkah, a very Merry Christmas, and lots of good health and happiness for the new year.
In 1987, you'll never see the word sale at Sims. An educated consumer is our best customer.
Since the very beginning, mankind has worshipped the sun. And in eastern sunny Caribbean, they still do. Eastern, we're the one to the sun.
Let's explode a myth. That Buicks are not affordable. It just isn't so. Lease an 87 Skylark, $199 a month. A Century Custom, $219 a month. Or a LeSabre Custom, $233 a month. Let's explode another myth. That the only affordable Buick is not equipped. Wrong again. These cars have air, tilt steering, stereo, power windows, and more. Get a phenomenal value on 87 Buicks now from Skylark to Riviera at your Buick Value Team dealer, where better really matters.
You won't believe this one. Cleaning out the kitchen cabinet may have cost a man from Massachusetts nearly $3 million. Tom Moylan thinks he had a winning ticket in the state lottery. Problem is, his wife threw it away while tidying up. The search of a local dump turned up nothing, but Moylan's not completely down on the dumps. Looking on the brighter side, he said, "If I could win once, I could win again." Good luck, Tom. Here is Dave Roberts in the AccuWeather forecast. David?
There is good news tonight and there's bad news. Which would you prefer first, James?
I'll take the good news first.
The good news is it appears as if the weekend is going to clear out very nicely and we'll have sunshine and we'll have still another very nice weekend. The bad news is tomorrow is a dismal day. Not going to be very pleasant at all as rainfall is on its way. Major storms center now moving through Indiana on into the state of Ohio. Precipitation out in front of that. Portions of western Pennsylvania down into the Virginias. In actuality, storm front to the north. This system here kind of falling apart at the hour, so we'll take that disturbance down. Thank you very much, Tony. Good catch. All right, this one is the one that's going to move in and create problems for us tomorrow. Now, there's flurry activity in colder air at an upper level, so tomorrow the clash between that air system and what we have at the present time, milder, warmer air at surface levels. So tomorrow, clash between the two. Later on in the afternoon could produce, in addition to this rain, maybe some of it heavy tomorrow, thunderstorm activity, maybe some wet snow, some hail. We could kind of set things off a little bit tomorrow afternoon on into tomorrow night. That is our weather maker, so just put tomorrow out of your plans as far as outdoor activity because it's not going to be a very nice day. Minus 24 up here in Allagash, Maine. 85 degrees in Tamiami, Florida. I just love to say those names, Florida. That system moves through, and it's going to, tomorrow looks lousy. That kind of sums up the day for tomorrow. 38 degrees was our low, 50 degrees was our high, came at 140 this afternoon. The water temperature 43. The winds tomorrow southeasterly 10 to 20, going to be on the breezy side. Of course, if we get thunderstorm activity, the winds will be even higher than that during the activity. 41 degrees in the northeast, 42 outside the station, 43 at Center City. The airport 41, Camden 42. Humidity high, 94%, 30.23. The barometer continues to fall slightly at this hour. Cloudy through tonight. 35 degrees in the suburbs, 40 for Center City. Rush hour in the morning, rain gear, have it with you. It's going to be wet, 42 when you start out. Rainy with the possibility of thunderstorms and a lot of other stuff built into that with a high of 46 as we go through tomorrow afternoon on to tomorrow night. Friday, it clears out, windy conditions, 44. Saturday, sunshine, 48. Sun and clouds on Sunday, 46. 44 on Monday, so the weekend looks good. We have to get through tomorrow to get to Friday and then on into the weekend, Jim.
Thank you, David. From Don Polec's World tonight, the story of a woman who believes you can never have too many Christmas trees.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh. The Christmas spirit warms the heart of Nora Galbraith whenever she decorates her living room Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Just as it does whenever she decorates the tree that stands in the entryway of her home. Oh, and the tree that she keeps right there in the kitchen. And the one she keeps in the den. And her bedroom. In fact, in every room of the house she has a Christmas tree. Each one color coordinated to match the decor.
The White House isn't the only one that can have a gold room and a blue room. We have it too. It's Christmas. There should be a tree in every room. We've had 14 for 3 years in a row now. It just sort of, well, we had 6 children and we have 12 grandchildren and they like Christmas. So we just kept adding trees until there isn't any more room to put a tree up. In the bathroom, we had to put one in the tub because there wasn't any room anywhere else. This is my favorite tree. This is new this year, and I thought it would be neat to have a little tree that has everything to do with the bathroom. So we bought fingernail files, lipstick, razor blades, soap, nail polish. It just sort of evolved. It's all a pleasure, and it took me 10 days to do the inside. It took my poor husband 4 weekends to do the outside.
Which itself is a veritable Yuletide minefield of decorations and illuminated holiday scenes involving over 3,000 light bulbs.
And it's going to get better. We're going to add something more every year.
Plans that also apply to the ever-growing polyester forest that springs up inside the house every December.
There's 14. Now I'm going to try my best to add a couple more if I can find a nook and cranny. Now we may build on another room just to accommodate a couple more trees.
This is Don Polec, Channel 6 Action News in Aston.
The ABC program Viewpoint is next on Channel 6. Action News continues tomorrow at 6 a.m. and then at noon with Chris Wagner, Robin Garrison, and Harry Martin. Now for Don Tollefson, Scott Palmer, Dave Roberts, and the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. Have a good night tonight.
In Argentina, Christmas comes in midsummer, and although there's no snow for Santa's sled, Papa Noel still flies through the sky with his reindeer and sleigh full of toys. The most important part of Christmas still remains the old church traditions, The Misa del Gallo, Midnight Mass, and nativity scenes and Christmas carols. Families gathering together after Mass for a supper of cold turkey and champagne. But gift-giving, fiestas, and fireworks also add a special magic to the holiday season. Homes are trimmed and trees are lighted, and from outdoor verandas, warm breezes carry the joyful sounds of the festivities. When Christmas arrives, all of Argentina joins in the celebration. So from the homeland of my father, Feliz Navidad and a Merry Christmas.
This holiday moment was brought to you by the Olds Connection, your local Oldsmobile dealer, who reminds you to buckle up for the happiest holiday.
Here's what's new. Our next guest is financial wizard.
Show up. He sent a note.
I ran to my Olds Connection dealer because the sales tax deduction of over $900 on the Oldsmobile Delta 88 ends December 31st.
Over $900, that's for me!
What? Our next guest is Hollywood starlet.
She's in a traffic jam at the Olds Connection showroom. What? The holiday lease program on the Delta 88s are packing them in.
Well, the new Delta 88s aren't the best news of the year.
Bo Svensson in Snowbeast tonight after Viewpoint.
Nightline and the Dick Cavett Show will not be presented this evening, so that we may bring you the following special program from ABC News.
Good evening. I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Viewpoint.
This is ABC News Viewpoint, brought to you by Kodak, makers of VRG film.
This season, Kodak proudly brings you the richest, most radiant color ever in 200-speed film. New Kodacolor VRG 200, the color of life.
If you give me a Cuisinart food processor, I'll take out the garbage and take over the investments. Sometimes they seem pretty similar.
If you give me a Cuisinart food processor, I'll go to your college reunion and smile at all your old girlfriends. And I mean old.
If you give me a Cuisinart food processor, I'll make tacos, soufflés, ice cream, cake. Ooh, our diet starts next week, right?
The Cuisinart food processor for Christmas. And for someone who already owns one, the Cuisinart juicer, disc set, and whisk.
Since the very beginning, mankind has worshipped the sun. And in eastern sunny Caribbean, they still do. Eastern, we're the one to the sun.
We want to show you the light. TreeSweet is shedding a whole new light on fruit juices. Introducing new TreeSweet Lite. Real juice refreshment with a third less calories than regular juice and all the fresh fruit flavors you love. We want to show you the light. One taste of TreeSweet Lite, and one thing's for sure, you're gonna see the light. TreeSweet Lite, TreeSweet Lite. We're showing fruit juice lovers the light.
Inside the Washington scandal, secret moves, secret men. Now the story is becoming clear, and ABC News will tell it. A foreign policy of decoys, deception, and disinformation. Watch a special edition of 2020 with Ted Koppel, and later an expanded Nightline, Thursday.
Live from Washington, Viewpoint continues with Ted Koppel.
We got an Amana washer and dryer. Honey, it's only laundry.
I know.
We don't mess around, do we? We went right for the top.
We did.
Amana. Didn't we say shop around, read up on it?
We did.
Yeah, compare prices, go for the best value.
We did.
And we got an Amana anyway.
We did.
Didn't we say don't go over our budget?
We didn't.
You see, that's real clean.
When you know exactly what you want, Amana.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
The kids really like what we got them for Christmas. Radio Shack Space Patrol walkie-talkies.
They're terrific outdoor fun. They have flexible antennas to withstand rugged use. And built-in Morse code keys with the code alphabet on the front, so they can talk or send messages in code. The kids like them, and I love them. Come in, Space Patrol. Time to report for dinner.
Space Patrol walkie-talkies, only at Radio Shack.
When the sun comes up on Sunday, the prices of AT&T telephones at Ames go down. The price of this new AT&T Trimline telephone for your table or wall goes down to just $49.99. You save $10. And this AT&T Cordless 4000 goes down to just $89.99. You save $30. But hurry, because when the sun goes down on Saturday, the AT&T phone sale at Ames is over.
Let's explode a myth. That Buicks are not affordable. It just isn't so. Lease an 87 Skylark, $199 a month. A Century Custom, $219 a month. Or a LeSabre Custom, $233 a month. Let's explode another myth. That the only affordable Buick is not equipped. Wrong again. These cars have air, tilt steering, stereo, power windows, and more. Get a phenomenal value on 87 Buicks now from Skylark to Riviera at your Buick Value Team dealer, where better really matters.
Yeah, I know. Susan tried to get me to shop in another store. But when I think of the prices I get at ACME, the variety of fresh fruit and vegetables, and the way they treat me, I wouldn't think of shopping anywhere else. I don't know why anyone would.
This week at Acme, Lancaster brand frozen all-natural hen turkeys are 79 cents a pound. California navel oranges are 10 for $1.99. The 64-ounce container of whisked laundry detergent is $2.99. And a half-price sale on all fragrance gift sets and leather wallets at Acme.
Every Friday, ABC News chooses a person of the week. This week they'll choose again, and who it is may surprise you. Friday, watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Tomorrow, the latest on the Iran-Contra hearings in Washington. And meet a woman who invested $11,000 in sunken treasure. Now she's a millionaire. Here on Good Morning America.
Saying that the Washington Post is simply a news.
Are we there yet? We're almost there. I'm gonna go swimming. Wow, me too. We're almost there. Honey, did you call Travelodge?
Of course.
Oh, this is what I call fun.
For a holiday fun along the Sunbelt from coast to coast, Travelodge, wherever you go or for friends and relatives who visit. For reservations at special holiday rates, call this toll-free number now. Travelodge, the best value in lodging.
Travelodge. Travelodge.
Spray on the flavor, hot topper. Brush on the flavor, hot topper. Stream on the flavor, hot topper. From Presto.
Presto Hot Topper Melter Dispenser. Melts butter, warms sauces and syrups in minutes. Unplug and uses a cordless appliance. A spray of butter, a touch of flavor, a nice warm smile. Stores in the refrigerator. Cleanup is easy too.
Spray on the, brush on the, stream on the flavor, hot topper.
Hot stuff. From Presto.
Canon's new personal copiers come in 4 colors and copy in 5.
Red's your color.
And this replaceable cartridge makes them simple, even for you.
Lighten up, Jack.
They are light. Here.
What a guy.
For information, call toll-free 1-800-OK-CANON.
Martini Rossi, iced is for Monty when you've got good taste at show. Martini Rossi, iced is for Monty when you've got good taste.
Martini and Rossi Asti Spumante.
Men, as a rule, are hard to please. Last Christmas, they returned millions of ties, almost as many bottles of cologne, and who knows how many belts. So imagine how pleased we were to discover that almost 90% of the men who were given Gillette Brush Plus not only kept it, but are still using it. If this information has given you any ideas about an appropriate Christmas gift, we're glad to have been of help.
How come I have to wear the bonnet?
Stop being so childish. Act like a little kid.
Welcome to the International House of Pancakes.
Hi, we're here for your Kids Eat Free deal.
Great. You get any children's meal absolutely free when you purchase any adult dinner, like London broil, golden chicken, veal parmesan, or shrimp. Except one of you needs to be 12 or younger.
Kids eat free. One children's meal with one adult dinner entree. At participating International House of Pancakes.
If I was an executive,
You know, everyone's pretending to be a banker these days. But you won't find a banker in there. No banker in there either. No way. The place you're sure to find a banker is at a full-service bank.
it's the place you can count on for safety, convenience, and working with professionals who have the know-how, training, and continuing education it takes to handle all of your financial needs. After all,
A banker is what makes your bank a bank.
America's full-service banks, where you see this sign.
There's a nice hot way to spice up your day. Mexican Velveeta is here.
Make your enchiladas a little bit hotter.
With the peppery cheese blend of the year. Mexican Velveeta processed cheese spreads just right for giving a nacho a real macho bite. With Mexican Velveeta, you'll say, for peppers and cheese, specially blended to please. There's no single cheese, hot or mild, like Mexican Velveeta.
Now, from Mercury, get 3.9 annual percentage rate financing on the shape you want to be in. Mercury Links, 3.9%. Or you can get $300 cash back. It's up to you. Or you can save over $1,200 on Mercury Topaz and more than $400 on Sable when you buy them with option packages. Save big now on the shapes you want to be in. 3.9 annual percentage rate financing at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
We're at United Outlet's Fashion Derby, jammed with bargain hunters out to break the record of $101 saved in 10 minutes. My money's on her. 2 sweaters, shoes. Now she's adding boys' sports shirts, jogging suits, and jeans, girl skirts, and dresses. $103 saved, a new record. How'd you do it? United Outlet's prices are so low, the savings practically fly into the bag.
Announcing the Fava half price sale. Buy any pair of shoes at Fava, get a second pair at half price. Better hurry.
Buy a pair of pumps, get boots at half price. Buy a pair of boots, get leather Oxfords at half price. Buy a pair of leather flats,
get Olympians at half price.
Pick out any pair of Fava shoes and we'll give you half off on a second pair of equal or lower price. You'll go far in Favas because the styles stand out and the shoes stand up. Fava guarantees it.
Buy a pair of leather boots,
get boots at half price.
Buy a pair of leather Olympians.
Get pumps at half price.
Half price sale at Fava.
Inside the Washington scandal, secret moves, secret men. Now the story is becoming clear, and ABC News will tell it. A foreign policy of decoys, deception, and disinformation. Watch a special edition of 2020 with Ted Koppel, and later an expanded Nightline, Thursday.
Live from Washington, Viewpoint continues with Ted Koppel.
Heart disease, virtually unknown among the Eskimos of Greenland. Why? Studies revealed oily fish in their diet helped reduce buildup of fatty deposits in their arteries. If you're not eating enough of these fish, you can now get the highest natural concentration of their oils in new Promega from Park Davis. Add Promega to your dietary plan that reduces total fats and substitutes polyunsaturates and help reduce your risk of heart disease.
The 35mm automatic one-touch from Nikon. It puts great photography at everybody's fingertips. The Nikon 35mm Action Touch. The waterproof, all-weather, automatic camera that puts great photography at everybody's fingertips.
It's totally awesome. Croissant pastry pizza from Pepperidge Farm. Right here in my newfangled microwave. Outrageous. Pizza with a croissant crust.
Excellent.
Light and flaky, a crust as tasty as the toppings. 3 different cheeses, pepperoni, or the works. Pepperidge Farm's croissant pastry pizza. We're talking a primo pizza.
My mother, she drinks a lot, and it got me addicted.
A sip of Swiss Miss hot cocoa tastes so good and rich, it makes me... Carnation rich chocolate flavor doesn't taste as rich. Swiss Miss is wonderfully creamy and rich at tasting. It's full of real Wisconsin milk and rich imported cocoa. So why feel like when you could feel like? Swiss Miss, the only thing better than the way it tastes is the way it makes you feel. Swiss Miss, regular and sugar-free.
Hello, I'm Victor Kayam, here to tell you about Remington microscreen shavers.
And Mrs. B here to tell you about Bradley's low sale prices on Remington microscreen shavers.
Take the cordless rechargeable Remington microscreen shaver.
And now you can take it for just $48.99.
How about the microscreen cord shaver?
How about $23.99, our lowest price ever?
You know, I like your prices, Mrs. B.
And you know I like your shavers, Mr. K.
Will, the question is whether we...
Do you have a cold?
I have a cold, and I feel lousy. Stuffy nose, runny nose, sore throats, cough.
Will you take 2 Comtrex tablets?
I just want to feel back to normal.
The fact is, not Alka-Seltzer Plus, not Contact. None of these can do what Comtrex Multi-Symptom Cold Reliever can, because all by itself, it relieves every major cold symptom.
I feel great, and I'm going to go back to work again.
Darrell Larson has just found out what it means when we say Comtrex. That's all, nothing else. From Bristol-Myers.
This is an AT&T long-distance command center where our engineers make sure your calls go right through. It's a unique system only AT&T can bring you, with thousands of ways to get from here to there. And there are 7 more centers like it, because we're not about to take chances that busy circuits could keep you waiting.
Well, she definitely has my hair.
For over 100 years, when you reached out, we were there. And you can keep it that way. AT&T, the right choice.
Which of these beautiful photographs were taken with a 35mm camera? These? Or these? Or even these? Actually, none of them were taken with a 35mm camera. All of these astonishing photographs were taken using an amazing new camera with a stunning new film. The new Spectra system from Polaroid. Polaroid. We take your pictures seriously.
Kentucky Fried Chicken's got a new great deal. 10 plump pieces start a real good meal. And 4 fresh biscuits all for a steal. Kentucky Fried Chicken's got a new great deal.
Right now, get 10 plump, juicy pieces of chicken and 4 fresh biscuits. The great deal, just $7.49.
Kentucky Fried Chicken's got a new great deal.
Just $7.49 right now.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Now, from Mercury, get 3.9 annual percentage rate financing on the shape you want to be in. Mercury Lynx, 3.9%. Or you can get $300 cash back. It's up to you. Or you can save over $1,200 on Mercury Topaz and more than $400 on Sable when you buy them with option packages. Save big now on the shapes you want to be in. 3.9 annual percentage rate financing at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Live from Washington, Viewpoint continues with Ted Koppel.
And we continue immediately. That's our report for tonight. I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been ABC News Viewpoint. If you wish a printed transcript of this or any Viewpoint broadcast, please send $3 to Viewpoint Transcripts, 2 John Street, New York, New York, 10038. Viewpoint has been a presentation of ABC News.
Thursday on the Colbys, the seduction,
You're not going.
the temptation. You're beautiful. The sacrifice.
Concentrate on us.
Enter the world of the Colbys.
Tomorrow.
When I was little, my ears stuck out really bad.
Jordache Basics.
Your ears?
Yes, my ears.
So, what'd you do?
First I tried gluing them back, but the glue would dry and my ears would pop out. So then I tried these rubber bands, but they cut off my circulation. So finally I just decided if it's good enough for Gable, it's good enough for me.
You mean Marty Gable?
You are so naive. He means the old movie star, Betty.
Silo would like to wish you happy holidays by doing what we do best, saving you money. We're having our countdown to Christmas sale where you'll get special holiday savings like a Sanyo portable AM/FM stereo dual cassette recorder, just $49. A Sharp 100-watt dual cassette rack system with equalizer, a super low $399. Only at Silo, a Mitsubishi 3-head VHS VCR with HQ and remote, only $349. Silo's countdown to Christmas sale. It's just what you need, just when you need it.
Donahue and the New Mother Syndrome, 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Welcome to the $1 Million Movie. Tonight our feature film is Snowbeast, starring Yvette Mignot, Bo Svensson, and Clint Walker.